Okay, this is something interesting. I got it from a cheap shop which sells a lot of party items, and this is a party item, but it's got a serious side, of course. But it's just like for costumes. When you go to a party, you'd like to dress a certain whatever. You'll see. Wonder how big we're going to make it. 200. Sorry about the shaking, folks. Makes me think of the 60s and the 70s. And yeah, maybe, yeah, it just takes me back to those. Well, I was only a child when I was living in the 70s, and I wasn't born in the 60s, but it was a very popular movement. Let's see what it is. It is. I haven't unwrapped it. I've taken the commercial stuff off, but I haven't. But this is it. A peace bandana, peace movement. Yeah, big. It just takes me back to flower power and all that sort of stuff. You know, people wanting to find peace and pulling cones and that. I never did drugs, folks, but a lot of people doing the peace movement like to pull marijuana cones. Whatever. Bong on was a common theme in our school back in the 80s. But basically, this peace stuff is mostly 60s and 70s shit. It just takes me, just something special about it. Now that looks shit house. Wondering if we're going to unfold it. We're going to unfold it and maybe just have the whole bandana available. I'm just going to quickly, while I'm holding the camera and using my camera hand, to simply unwrap it. But yeah, peace. You know, it's a good thing to aspire to in this world. You know, to make peace with fellow mankind. Although it's not always as easy as it looks, folks. As you know, some people just don't want to have a bar of it. But let's see, like corporate greed is definitely not peaceful. See how that looks. Okay, out it comes. Yeah, that looks really quite interesting. I like the look of that. I'm actually thinking we could stretch it down that way, perhaps stretch it on a vertical. But basically, yeah, the peace movement. Yeah, I'm not interested in smoking dope. I'm just not one of those types of people, folks. I can understand in a world that we live in, which is basically difficult to deal with. Well, it's understandable why people turn to this shit. Why they do it, folks? You know, why they can't tolerate the world as it is. All these rich people and everything falling apart. Nothing works. Technology fails. All sorts of fuck going down. I'm actually going to leave it on red. There is no red on here. But basically, yeah, we have to somehow as a human race come together and make peace. But it's not as easy as that, folks, as you know. Let's see what we're going to do here. Right, we're just going to take that away, and we're going to use this as our master copy, and we're going to stretch it vertically, horizontally, should I say. But yeah, peace. It is a good thing in principle. taken me a long time for me to find my own personal peace, and I'm still on the mend. I'm still not fully deployed peace-wise in my own life. I do struggle with past memories and things going wrong and living alone and not being with a loved one, the Luigi, who I lost along the way. I really miss Luigi, and it's through not having peace with myself that I didn't marry Luigi, the one that I now love, the one that I care about. Now that looks interesting. We got that nicely stretched. I'm wondering if we're going to stretch it further or just leave it like that. But basically, yeah, it's really difficult dealing with the fallout of my own lack of peace with myself. It's not just about making peace with others. It's about finding peace within yourself. That's extremely important. Before you can make peace with the world, you got to make peace with yourself. You got to make peace with yourself, not hate yourself. Because if you don't want to hate people, you got to stop hating yourself, and you got to basically love yourself. And that's a difficult lesson that I've had to learn, and it's taken decades. So it's a relatively new thing, because I've been spending most of my life being fucking miserable and wishing I could be somebody else, or even to the point where I wish I wasn't even born. So it's really difficult, folks. And to find peace with other people, you've got to find peace with yourself. If you hate yourself, people are going to hate you too. Maybe not always, but a lot of the time. Now that looks interesting. I like the way the red sort of pops out on these pieces here. Wondering if we're going to use that, if I like it or not. But basically, yeah, that looks really quite nice. I'm pretty sure this is going to be the centre of the job. I'm actually thinking that looks like it could be, but no, it's not, I don't think. But basically, yeah, you've got to find peace within yourself. And then you can spread it to other people like a disease, a good disease. Just like people can spread coronavirus, how about spreading peace instead? That'll be good. So this is our peace bandana. Just trying to move these other bits away. But yeah, it's about peace, folks. Having peace within yourself. I'm still learning, folks. It's not as easy as it seems. But I'm sure, like anything that you put your time into, like if you invest enough time in trying to pacify yourself, yeah, it should get easier and easier, like anything we practice. Okay, let's see what we have. I think we forgot to press the mirror image button. Fuck. Waste of toner and paper, folks. I hate it. It's difficult to get. It's just things like this can make you lose peace when you make errors or mistakes, especially costly ones. Alright, let's see how this looks. That's better. It's a very subtle sort of piece. The colours are quite mixed, sort of blended into the background a little bit, some of them. I thought red was the closest colour we could get to not blending in some of the colour, but it looks alright. It has a nice, cool, calm effect. Even though blue is associated with depression with me, This looks like a very calming sort of blue. Blue can be calming from what I can tell. Anyway, that looks really quite peaceful. I think now we can call this demo quits.